What are you doing? What are you doing, Missy? Come on, come on, come. Probably.
She looks so identical to mine.
I know. We were walking the other day and your dog was in the window and my nephews were like, look, it's another one of her name's
And she's so
the same one. Yeah, they're cute. Are you smelling yourself? Is that what's going on? Smelling your twin? You smelling your doppelganger? Silly girl. Good day. We're walking. It's nice out. I need to walk and clear my mind. Some fresh air. Walking Stella. We've got the 1TRLs on. I figured those would be a good walk. We'll show them real quick. So these are fantastic. I'm a big fan of these. If you're looking at like a nice like warm weather shoe, but you want something that's a little more rugged, I guess you could say. Like I could probably go hiking in these. They've got like a nice outsole to them. They're a little more of a shoe feel than just like a foam footwear. Like these are kind of an interstitial design, I would say, where it's like half shoe, half foam shoe, just having that chunky outsole to them. So, well, midsole, chunky midsole, but they've got a good outsole going on with them. I'll try to keep my voice up during this video. I've got the wind buffer on. I don't know how much that blocks the sound out, but so these are really nice. I kind of like these more than the Rejuvenates. So we'll do a foam shoe down at some point in time with like the full-fledged foam shoes. We'll do like the Rejuvenates. We'll do these 1TRLs. The Adifam, I think the Superstars. I've reordered those. I still need to unbox them, so we'll do another video on that. But I can incorporate those in the comparison video too. And there's another one too that I want to do. But also too, like I need to do. YouTube even recommended that I do a comparison of the foam tro, the Curry foam tros with the Rejuvenates, and I thought I would also throw the Jordan Roams in the mix, since the foam tros are like a mule and the Rejuvenates aren't a mule. They should make a Rejuvenate mule. I was thinking about that the other day. My brain's going all over the place right now, but the three of those I think would be a good comparison video too. But yeah, I don't remember what I was going to say about the 1TRLs. They're nice. I like them better than the Rejuvenates. The Rejuvenates are a little more sporty, but these 1TRLs just feel like more substantial on foot, having the I guess the more rugged outsole and the beefier like midsole to them. They're just more developed and more I don't know if they're better designed. They're just designed differently, you could say, than the Rejuvenates. The Rejuvenates are more sporty. Stella, you are just all sniffing today. You were just all smells today. Look how shaggy she's getting. And there's branches falling on you, Stella. What is happening? What is happening? So I've got some good ones coming up this week. I don't have a whole lot in the inventory right now. I checked the shipping situation, and I think towards the end of the week most of them will be in. I've got a pair of canes on the way. I've got a pair of that new Croc Trail Runner, Trailblaze, whatever it's called. I got that coming. The Trail 2 or something. I don't know. It's overpriced. I don't know if I'm going to keep them. I don't like spending $100 on Crocs anymore. I don't feel like the value's there with them. So I might get these, do the video, send them back, and then if they're decent and I want them, I'll wait until they drop in price or go on sale, and then I'll rebuy them. Save myself some cash, but at least we'll get the video up because they're kind of a newer model. So I might have to be moving here soon. My roommate's kind of ditching on me, and the apartment is in his name, so that just kind of pushes me out the door, and I don't have the income, nor do I want to pay the full rent of that place. It's very tiny. So I'm gonna have to go and crash with a family member for probably a month or so until I get my own apartment going. So I'll keep making videos, but I'm losing my my pacing space and my shoe storage space. So I'll probably have to get like a storage unit in the meantime and throw everything in it. Come on, Stella, we're not making much progress here. You are all smells today. But I think it's probably for the better. That apartment's miserable. My neighbors are very verbally abusive towards each other, and I hear that. So it's not a very pleasant thing. They're also very mean to their children or child, and I also hear that. So it's not a pleasant thing to be exposed to, other people's hatred and anger. Plus, it'll be nice to not have to reside with the current roommate. I don't have a lot of kind things to say about him. I'm not going to trash him, but he's a very self-oriented individual. So some things are changing here in my life in the immediate future, which will have an impact on the channel. So Stella, come on, we got him. Just walk, please. So I thought I would relay that information for what it's worth. So if there's a period of a couple weeks where there's not any uploads, now you know why. What you smelling? Dog pee? Some random dude on a four-wheeler riding around the park. Forget I have the lapel mic on. I can still talk while the camera's down low. Yeah, so I'm not super happy about losing the roof over my head. The spare bedroom that I'm gonna have to crash in is very small. The bed kind of takes up the entire room. I should be able to at least get a little I should at least be able to get a little desk set up so I can get my computer set up so I can still edit videos. There's a park guy. coming to lock the gate. We'll slip through it. Come on, Stella. We got to slip through the gate before he locks them. They lock the gates at night, or at dusk, I should say. But one thing I've learned in life, when things happen that hold on, this clip's probably really long. Or no, I started a new one. It is upside down though. All right, hopefully that's situated properly. One thing I've learned in life though, when things get kind of flipped upside down and shaken up, usually when things settle, they're in a better situation than they were previously. So I'm hoping that my living situation gets better after things settle down and I get my own place. I imagine it will be better than how my situation is currently. So there's that to look forward to, but also I'm gonna lose a bit of my my slide spending money because I'm gonna have to pay a few $100s more for my rent. So I don't really have a lot of people in my life that I can roommate with. So I'm gonna have to get my own place at this point. And it kind of sucks because my Jeep broke down too a couple weeks ago. And my only transportation is my motorcycle, so I don't even have like a working vehicle right now to like even move my stuff with. I'm gonna have to go and rent something. So just the timing. You know, as the saying goes, when it rains, it pours. But it's whatever. I mean, none of it is like life-threatening. It's just all major inconveniences. So I'll get through it. I'll be fine. It's just all things that I would rather not have to deal with, you know. But I'll try to get a car going this week. I want to get a small truck, like a Colorado or something. I'll have to go get a small auto loan, and then if I can get that within the next week or so, that will help when it comes to moving my stuff, having a little truck. And I don't have a lot of belongings. I don't really have much furniture, so it shouldn't be too hard to move. I hate moving. It's always a pain in the butt. What you smelling, Stella? So on the plus side, at least, my Jeep died when like it was warm enough out that I could ride the bike. Like literally the week before that, it was still like in the 30s and stuff in the mornings. So it was too cold for me to ride back from work. But it's a little warmer now. It's still been a really cold year. It's typically in the 40s, sometimes 50s in the morning on my ride home. Come on, Stella, please keep moving. Please keep moving. So at least I can ride the bike now, and I'm not completely without transportation. So at least life gave me that convenience. It was pretty nice today too. It was like 80 out. Getting into the nicer weather. I'm thinking my channel start it might start doing better now too with it getting warmer, because I was thinking about how 90% of the footwear that I review are like warm weather footwear, you know, slides and sandals and whatnot, and foam shoes. They tend to be more warm weather oriented, so maybe the channel will start popping off a little more with it getting into that season. What? So that's a bonus. That's a positive. So I don't know. I don't have a whole lot else to say. We can talk more about these 1TRLs. I think they're a little better than the previous season's model. I don't know what they call them, like the SEs or something. Just the fit, they're a little wider. They fit a little looser, but it's not too loose. Like, they're not really sliding up on my heel at all. They're still staying pretty pretty locked in, I guess. So I think they're just a better design than last year's model. The previous year's model had a little narrower of a build to it, which wasn't bad with the like the heel area, because it kind of held onto the foot a little bit better in terms of walking. There was very little slippage, but they were a little shorter in the toes, and I had some pressure kind of towards the end of the toe box there. But these are they're wider throughout the entire shoe, and they've got a little added length on the toe box, so just all around they're a little roomier. I think they're a little nicer of a design, a little better design, and I'm starting to appreciate Merrell with the ergonomics that they incorporate within their footbed. So I know I wasn't a huge fan of them before I reviewed these shoes, but these shoes, especially the 1TRLs, are kind of making me a Merrell fan. So they're doing good stuff with their ergos. I can appreciate it. I think I made reference when reviewing the fuel cell slides from New Balance that they should take a page out of Merrell's book in terms of their ergos. But one thing with those fuel cells, I reordered the fresh foams. I got those coming. Those will be here this weekend. I'm gonna do a comparison with the fresh foams to the Martians, because I noticed when I was doing the comparison with the fuel cells, the fresh foam had some design elements in lineage to the Martians. So we're gonna compare those two, just to kind of look at those components that are carried over from the Martian to the fresh foam. So that'll be a good video. But anyways, when I was wearing those fresh foam, I realized that New Balance does know how to make an ergonomic footbed in a foam shoe. So why they chose to do away with the ergos in the fuel cell, I don't know. But part of me thinks that they just all out bought that shoe or that slide design from a different company and then just slapped their name on it. And I'll go more into this analogy when I do the comparison with the Martians, but the fresh foam, so it makes me think of, I used to be big into handguns. I don't really shoot that much anymore, but I learned, if you're familiar with the firearm brand Springfield, they've been around for a long time. They have a handgun, a polymer handgun line called the XDs. The XD line, and if you've ever owned or shot an XD, you'll know on the side that it says made in Croatia. So the XD line is legit, like an entire different Croatian manufacturer, like a Croatian firearm manufacturer. I can't think of the name of it offhand, but they just make those for themselves and sell it under their brand, and then Springfield set up a contract with them to basically take that model and just slap their name on it. So that's what came to mind when I was thinking about how there's no lineage between the fresh foam and the fuel cell, in that they didn't design the fuel cell. Some other company did. And just like Springfield did with this Croatian brand with the XD line, New Balance just straight up bought this design from some other company. I don't know who or where. And this is all hypothetical guessing. This is just me thinking. So I'm not for certain if any of this is valid information, but it's a theory. So they just bought this fuel cell design, and obviously they use their own foam, this fuel cell foam, and then slap their name on it. So it's probably not the case. It's probably not true, but I was confused why there isn't any carryover between the fresh foam and the fuel cell in terms of the design. Because typically companies will do that. You know, they'll take a base design and just evolve it over the years with each iteration. So, I mean, granted, the foam's differences, the fuel cell is completely different from the fresh foam, so maybe they wanted to do that intentionally, create a separate path of design, you could say, with the fuel cell, so it's not carrying over the fresh foam stuff. But I don't know. It being the same company, you'd think they would want to maintain some like continuity between designs, like how Merrell does. And the what do they call it? The that bloom type of algae motif that they put on every single thing that they make now. So I was just thinking that New Balance would carry over some of the, just because they did it between the Martian and the fresh foam, I figured they'd do it between the fresh foam and the fuel cell, have some relative design components, but I don't know. So that's my theory on it. The XD's theory. It's probably not accurate, but it was a thought. So who knows? Oh, and I don't know if I'd ever be able to find information that validates that theory or not. So whatever. But yeah, so we got that video coming up. We got the Martian and the fresh foam. So that'll be good. I'm excited to get that, and I really like that fresh foam. Nice sunset going on right now. So if you're on the fence on these Merrells, I think you should get them. I think they're really good. They're a good slip-on, good summer shoe, warm weather shoe. And I think they're a little better than the Rejuvenates. They're not as squishy, but they've got a better ergonomic design to them, to where you don't need all that squish. Yeah, I feel like sometimes these companies overcompensate with the foam, when like they should just have a better outright design. Some nice colors right now. I don't know how much of it comes through in the camera or not, but got a nice sunset going on right now. So thanks for coming along on the walk with Stella and I. I don't really have much else to share at the moment. So stay tuned for more. Got a few good ones coming up this week. I've got a couple old ones too that I haven't edited yet. Got a pair of UGG slides, and I picked up another pair of the AG Whale 2s. That ended up being too small. I got them in a 10. They had them on Amazon. That was the largest size they had, was a 10. So I snagged those in advance of the tariffs to try to avoid any additional costs that might be on those slides going forward. And I still have to edit that video, get that up. So I got a couple to play catch up on. But towards the end of the week, probably on the weekend, we'll have those Crocs in, we'll have those canes in. I've got a pair of Skechers foam shoes coming in too. I'm kind of excited about those. They look like the foam runners, or they look like the Light Strike Moc more than the foam runners. But those might be cool. I'm kind of stoked for those. So we got some cool ones coming in this week. But yeah, that's the news. That's the happenings with the channel. So I'll keep everybody posted. But all right, Stella's stopping me again. Look at that, the colors in the sky, man. That's nice. Got a nice sunset tonight. So, all right. If you enjoy the channel and the videos, please subscribe. If you like the videos, please like them. Thanks. See you guys. Take care. Cheers.